Hi everyone, my name's Daniel Rusby, and today I'm going to be doing a reading for the collective consciousness. Today's cards we're going to use as Beyond Lemuria. Today's question for the collective: how can we bring together the collective consciousness? True, honest answers for the highest good of all. Please, Archangel Michael, protect us during this reading. Send true, honest answers for the highest good of all. As it's Sunday, we're going to do a prayer, the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Question: how can we bring together the collective consciousness? True, honest answers. Please, God, come through these cards. One card at a time, please. Too many cards. Twice that card now. So the answer to the question, how can we bring together the collective consciousness? Is air. Is the past of the question air. Paradigm shift. Paradigm shift. Paradigm shift. Air is the past. An innovative way of existing. New earth energies. Inspiring others. Fresh air. Flying higher than you have before. More expansive perspectives. Consciousness shift. We are in a time of great change, and the speed of our evolution is increasing exponentially. With our advancing technology and ability to communicate, more knowledge and power are available to us as individuals than we have ever had for centuries. There are also more platforms where we can share this information. We have the ability to connect with the tribes who are making a difference, to connect with the web of change where our lights unite and increase. Information that was inaccessible, taboo, or shrouded in mystery or initiation, especially in the healing arts, is now available. We can engage many tools as we build energetic sovereignty and create pockets where we can choose to make big changes in our communities. We can inspire others, connect the dots, and receive and share the knowledge and tools needed for transformation. As we wake up, we can't help but awaken those around us. It may start with an inquiry on what this fresh, new, and long-awaited breath is all about. An expansive beings holds a tiny heart-shaped seedling. When the foundations we build on come from a place of love over fear, we see huge positive changes in the world. We can start with ourselves. Themes: communication, sharing wisdom, the breath of life, movement, faith, winged helpers, initiation, Inspiration, change. That's the past of the question. Present of the question. Harmonic flight. Seeing the divine in the eyes of another. Relationships with deep bonds. Karmic connection. Clearing illusionary projections. Life-changing connection. Transmuting dissonance. Removing heart armor. Being seen. Teamwork. This powerful image represents the divine we see when we look deeply into the eyes of another and our armor drops. When we meet another being, present in the moment with no stories, judgments or insecurities, I felt a little overwhelmed and intimidated when I painted this card. I wasn't quite ready, or I didn't fathom the message. Then some months later I experienced it when I was looking into the eyes of my beloved. Shortly after, I encountered the divine in the eyes of a stranger when the space was held for this surrendered openness. When we see the person standing before us as gods and goddesses they are, it is a reminder that we are what we perceive in others. But also, when we drop into the mindless space of pure essence, we might see the world seeing us see them, seeing the infinite internal, allowing all that is. Many people are seeking their twin flame. As life-changing, world-rocking and unfathomable beautiful finding this soul can be, it can be quite possibly one of the most intensely comforting, trigger-provoking and sometimes painful connections we can have. Those who are most dear to us can bring us to our greatest growth. That is why spending extended periods with our family can be challenging. When we can see and be seen, disarmored and trusting, we can come to a deeper love. However, this deepening process can trigger the release of outdated and unhealthy patterns. Thus, shadows may be brought to the surface to heal. When we feel safe in the arms of our beloved, our defenses yield so we can fall further into our hearts. However, fear-based reflections or projections can surface in this place of deep vulnerability. Subconscious behaviours, including childhood patterning, can also present themselves. It can seem as if our partner is provoking difficulties, bringing things up and making it feel like the whole world is about to fall apart. At this point, we may want to retreat, but it can be truly present. Our fears can fall away and this can become an expansive experience. We have a profound twin flame connection that feels beyond worlds and lifetimes. We bond with the other person so strongly that we choose to face the fire when we would usually walk away. Our passions drive us to seek resolution, to heal ourselves, to overcome barriers, no matter how confronting it may seem. Because our partnership is worth it, and when we can rise, we rise together. Somehow, incredibly, the universe seamlessly aligns the places the twin flames need healing. Their triggers may be synchronized so that they may feel uncentered, or there is a codependence or an imbalance. It can be very volatile space. If they find safety in love and they are willing to see and be seen, their triggers can blossom into deep, transforming healing from them both. The healing can forge the foundations for long-term companionship. Alternatively, this completion could mark an ending. An intense potency of connection neutralizes the relationship, may transform into a different kind of unconditional love. Harmonic flight shows us that we harmonize our energies with that of another in any form of relationship. We can soar to the sky. We can guide each other higher and higher by encouraging all that has been weighing us down to drop away. The divinatory meaning. What you see in the eyes of another is a reflection of yourself. This card may be encouraging you to look at the bigger picture of a close relationship. A perceived challenge may be an illusion or a projection. This card may relate to family, teamwork, community, and ways you can harmonize dissonance from the deeper growth. The bonds you share can give you power to transmute your fears. Put time and awareness into resolving karmic connections, or they will continue to play out. There may also be a life-changing connection on the horizon. That's the present card. Our future card, Crystal Keys. Hidden wisdom codes, potent information, Lemurian seed crystals, seeing your triggers as a gift, awareness of drama creating patterns, healing the earth by looking at your inner environment, healing through awareness. Lemurian quartz crystals are special pieces of clear quartz with indented ridges running across them. They are known as seed crystals because they are said to have been found individually buried in sand and earth rather than attached to a larger cluster, the way most crystals are. Aware of their oncoming destruction, the Lemurians imbued information about how to avoid similar catastrophe on crystals and buried them. The ridges on the crystals are believed to be the Lemurian inscriptions. These crystals are reappearing now as this knowledge is again relevant. This card is about deciphering wisdom codes. We may wonder how to access information regarding our spiritual growth as we navigate on our everyday reality. This wisdom comes through inner paradoxes. When we are truly present, awed, in creative flow or a state of surrender, it may come as riddles and is most like in the most unlikely places. Zen Buddhism taps into this using Qurans, paradoxical statements and mind cannot fathom, to bypass traditional understanding and allow spiritual epiphany and deeper knowledge of the soul to surface. Key wisdom codes can come to us when we are triggered. They are accessible in those moments when everything becomes more emotional, dramatic and painful than it is to be. Here, when the light shines on our shadows, we are graced with a significant insight into places we can grow and evolve from. Although it might take courage and a healthy dose of self-awareness to embrace the wisdom of those moments, it's amazing how much energy, freedom and expansion comes as a result of deciphering these bubbles of information. Tailored especially for us, sometimes insight is so perfectly constructed with a scenario that it gets right into your most tender spots for perfect healing. These are the potent codes. All our personal power struggles and ego problems affect the bigger picture of how the world operates. Our shadows are unresolved wisdom codes. Avoidance makes them spiral out to aid in the construction of the world. We don't actually want both individually and collectively. When we see this information as a gift that it is, we can cultivate presence and begin to see between the lines of our inner workings. The world needs as much light as possible, so we do not have a repeat of what happened in Lemuria. Let's allow ourselves to see our shadows as an opportunity to bring more light into our being and heal the world from those dark foundations. The divinatory meaning. Be inspired to find the wisdom hidden in those times when you feel triggered. There is so much information within our raw and intense reactions that when we choose to be present with what is coming up and peel back the layers, great spiritual insight will unveil itself in a way tailored just for you. If we could all learn to see our triggers in the bigger picture, so much confrontation and upset would be lessened, power struggles and fear would be diminished, and we would see greater compassion across the planet. Perspective and misunderstanding would shift, and the way people would be loved would be experienced without distortion. These are the seeds for peace on earth. That's the future. This reading was sent with love, light and healing to all across the globe with Beyond Lemuria cards. Stay safe, God bless, and I'll see you again tomorrow.